Family Play. Here to weigh in is our panel: Adam Geller, pollster and political strategist; Tracy Davis, former speechwriter for President George H.W. Bush; and Jamu Green, former advisor to Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign and Fox News contributor. Welcome to all of you. Adam, I'll start with you.
All right.
Iowa, fun to watch, but irrelevant?
I wouldn't necessarily say irrelevant. The reason for that is that it is true that the winner doesn't always become the nominee. However, what happens after Iowa is very, very important. Mitt Romney, he doesn't have to win, but if he comes in a strong second, he has a lot of momentum going to New Hampshire. Now, it also really is determinative for some of the other candidates. If a Newt Gingrich, for example, continues to trail, maybe comes in under Ron Paul, there are implications for that campaign as well. So there's the after effects that really matter.
Okay, so Tracy, is it more of a weeding out process than a picking the winner process?
Well, I just think it's very important, for one thing, because the lead time that you have for the first, for the first event, there's so much media attention and there are debates and, all the others are like 2 weeks apart, so you don't get that kind of exposure, the candidates. And it's not just a weeding out process. I do think that the fringe candidates actually, the way they saturate Iowa, it's in a positive way. It means that maybe they have more of a chance. But the reason it's really important, I think, not only because it's the kickoff, because of money. And I think whoever does well in Iowa, obviously you can tell already with Gingrich, running out of money. You can tell by his ads. So that's how they can get their money chest up.
I got you. So the winner of Iowa, or somebody who exceeds expectations, Jamu, gets more momentum and money.
Absolutely. It's really, I think, not about who comes in first. The formula everyone is looking at is who is the second place finisher and the third place finisher, and what are those margins, and that really is going to determine if this campaign comes to a speedy end or if it lasts a lot longer, similar to the 2008 primary we saw between Obama and Secretary Clinton. But I think, clearly it's not irrelevant. $10 million have been spent in the last month. But looking at overall the impact of Iowa, I do think whether it's like within 2 presidential cycles, maybe even 1, that Iowa and New Hampshire are not going to be as important anymore because we've seen the candidates haven't been visiting as much. The campaign headquarters don't have as many staff. I think, in 2008, there were 300 people employed between Obama and Hillary. Now there are 20 people.
And why is that, Adam? Because national media has taken on so much precedence?
Well, some of it is just new technology and new media. It's much more efficient to do things electronically. But, the other thing interesting for this cycle, it's a quirky cycle. There are so many candidates. Right. There hasn't really been, as we all kind of predicted, a Romney and a not Romney, and eventually voters would coalesce around this one non-Romney candidate. That hasn't happened.
There are the 13 nationally televised debates. There are the interviews on Fox that, when you get one of those very key interviews, whether it's Hannity, O'Reilly, Greta, these things have become a lot more important than the retail politics.
I still think it's really essential because, and I think it will be the next time, and New Hampshire. It's sort of part of our tradition. And when you think about, it may be just the fringe candidates that spend so much time there, but look how much money is being spent by even the top candidate.
Right, 10 million. As Jamu said in the ads.
And the way Gingrich just has gone halfway down.
And just a programming note, one of those key interviews that you're talking about, I think you meant to include Fox and Friends. Because Mitt Romney we are going to be interviewing him in 45 minutes about some of the latest things that have been happening. But if you guys could stick around, that would be great. Because we want to talk to you about this. Democrats are calling Newt Gingrich a thief. They say he's running on Bill Clinton's accomplishments. We're separating fact from fiction there. Then a mystery no one can seem to solve. Why are the sunroofs on these cars exploding mid-drive?